विभागं सद्धोमुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो शिरद्धो नक्तञ्जरभ्यप्रकृन्दानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णेशिने गिरिजराय कुलुञ्जानां पतये नमो नमः युषमद्धो तन्वारिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः आयच्छद्धो सृजभ्यस्तवो नमो नमोऽस्यद्धो विद्युद्भ्यस्तवो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः स्वभद्धो जाग्रद्भ्यस्तवो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्धो धामभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभाबलिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो अश्वबलिभ्यस्तवो नमः नमः व्याधिनेभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः उदनाभ्यस्त्रिगम्भलेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो वृक्षपतिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो प्रातेभ्यो प्राणपतिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो महद्धाक्षुल्लकेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो ऋषिभ्यो ऋषेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमो रसेभ्यो रसपतिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः सङ्ग्रहेतृभ्यस्तवो नमो नमश्चक्षभ्यो रथकालेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः कुणालेभ्यः कर्मालेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः कुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निरालेभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः युषकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यस्तवो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यः श्वनिभ्यस्तवो नमो नमः श्वभ्यः श्वबलिभ्यस्तवो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च वसुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने दौर्यप्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिबिभिष्ठाय च नमो मेघोत्तमाय चेरुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहदे च वर्षेयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृद्धने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आधवेदाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीघ्राय च नमः ऊर्ध्वाय तावस्वन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च तीव्राय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परदाय च नमो मध्यमाय च अपकल्पाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुद्ध्याय च नमः स्वोभ्याय च प्रतिधर्याय च नमो जाम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः पुर्वर्याय च कल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय च अवधान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्ष्याय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुधेनाय च असुरथाय च नमः शूराय च अवभिन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरोसिने च नमो बिल्विने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृगाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे च धृतिमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णे च वेदायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः स्वच्छाय च वज्राय च नमः नमो नास्याय च वैजन्ताय च नमः कोट्याय च भद्राय च नमो वश्याय च वश्याय च नमो वेद्याय च विद्युद्याय च नमः ईभ्रियाय च सप्याय च नमो वाद्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमः स्थाम्राय च अरुणाय च नमः शङ्खाय च पशुपतये च नमः बुद्धाय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे मधाय च दूरे मधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयते च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो ऐकेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमस्तेत्याय च कौल्याय च नमः पार्याय च पार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आधार्याय च आधार्याय च नमः षष्ट्याय च फेन्याय च नमः शिखत्याय च प्रभात्याय च नमः जरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किकुंशिनाय च क्षयनाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुनस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च कृष्याय च नमस्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय ज्येष्ठ्याय च नमः काट्याय च खड्गज्येष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेष्ट्याय च नमः पाकं सव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः भूर्याय च सोम्याय च नमः पर्याय च पर्णसत्याय च नमो बगुरमानाय च भिघ्नते च नमः आक्षिधते च प्रक्षिधते च नमो व्यक्तिकेभ्यो देवानागुं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विच्छिन्नकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्नकेभ्यो नमः आनिर्हरेभ्यो नमः आमीभक्तेभ्यः प्रापेऽन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां माभेर्मा रोगो येषां किञ्चनाममत् या ते रुद्रशिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाः भेषजि शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजि दयानो मृडदेवसे इमागं रुद्राय तपसे कवर्धिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिम् यथानः समसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् वृणानो रुद्रोधनो मयस्कृधिक्षयद्वीराय नमः विधेमते यक्षन्तयो समनुराय जय पिता तदस्याम तव रुद्रप्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुदमानो अध्वर्गं मानवुक्षन्तमुदमानवुक्षितम् मानवधे पितरं मोदमातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्रवीर्यः मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेजुरीर्यः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभावितो बधीर इष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आराध्ये गोर्धमुतपूरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मे ते अस्तु रक्षाजनो अधिजदेव प्रोह्यताजनः शर्म यच्छद्विवर्हा सुहिश्रुतङ्गद्गसदैयमानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो हन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवमन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतर्वृणक्तपरिद्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरथायोः अवस्थिरामघवद्भस्तनुश्रमेभ्यस्तोकायतनयाय मृडय मीहृष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्षायुधं निधाय कृत्यं वधान आचरपिनाकं विप्रदानिः नीलविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रकुम्भेदयोन्यमस्मन्निवपन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवत्पराजीनामुखाकृति सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रादिभूम्याः येषां सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन्महत्यर्नवेन्ददिक्षे भवाधि नीलग्रीवाशिनिकण्ठाः सर्वादः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाशिनिकण्ठादिवगुं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु तस्मिञ्जना नीलग्रीवाविलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो ऋषिकासक्तपद्मिनः ये अन्येषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये पथां प्रतिरक्षय ऐलवृथायौयुधः ये रेत्थानि प्रचलन्ति श्रुतावन्दो निषङ्गिनः यदेतावन्दस्तभूयागुंसस्तदिशो रुद्राविधस्थिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यायेऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि ये रामन्नं पादो वर्षमिषमस्ते दश प्राचीदश दक्षिणा दश प्रदीपेतगोदीपेतगोद्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नामृडयन्तु ते यन्तिष्णो यश्च नोत्रेष्टितं वोडम्भे ददामि प्रियम्बके यदामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु यवोषधीश यो रुद्रो विश्वाभुवनादिवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमोऽस्तु नमोऽस्तु यस्विषस्सु धन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य इक्ष्वामहेतो रुद्रन्नमो भृद्देवमसुरन्दस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेदयोजगुं शिवाभिमर्दनः एके सहस्रमयुतं पासामृत्यो मध्याय हन्तवे प्राण्यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विश्वान्तकः तेनान्येनाप्यायस्व ॐ शान्तिः 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 विष्णो सजोषसेनानभ्रन्तो वाग्भिरः युम्ने वाजेभिरागतम् वाजश्च मे प्रसवश्च मे प्रयतिश्च मे प्रसिद्धिश्च मे धेतिश्च मे क्रतुश्च मे स्वरश्च मे श्लोकश्च मे श्रावश्च मे श्रुतिश्च मे ज्योतिश्च मे सुरश्च मे प्राणश्च मे पाणश्च मे ध्यानश्च मे सुश्च मे चित्तं च महाहीनं च मे वाक् च मे मनश्च मे चक्षुश्च मे श्रोत्रं च मे दक्षश्च मे बलं च महोदश्च मे सहस्रमायुश्च मे जलाजमहात्मा च मे धनुश्च मे जन्म च मे वर्म च मे गानि च मे स्थानि च मे परोगुंसि च मे शरीराणि च मे ज्येष्ठं च महाधिपत्यं च मे मन्यश्च मे भामश्च मे मश्च मे भश्च मे देवा च मे महिमा च मे भजिमा च मे भसिमा च मे भस्मा च मे काधुया च मे वृद्धं च मे वृद्धिश्च मे सत्यं च मे श्रद्धा च मे जगच्च मे धनं च मे वशश्च मे कृषिश्च मे क्रीडा च मे मोदश्च मे जातं च मे जनिष्यमानं च मे सूक्तं च मे सुकृतं च मे वित्तं च मे वेद्यं च मे भूतं च मे भविष्यश्च मे सुखं च मे सुवधं च मरुद्धं च मरुद्भिश्च मे कृतं च मे कृत्तिश्च मे मतिश्च मे सुमतिश्च मे स्वं च मे मयश्च मे प्रियं च मे कामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे प्रवीणं च मे यन्ता च मे भक्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सोश्च मे प्रसोश्च मे क्षीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नामयश्च मे जीवातश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे नमित्रं च मे भयं च मे सुधं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुयनं च मे ऊर्च मे सुहृदा च मे भयश्च मे रसश्च मे धृतं च मे मधुश्च मे सख्यश्च मे सतेजश्च मे कृषिश्च मे वृष्टिश्च मे नेत्रं च मौद्धत्यं च मे रजिश्च मे रायश्च मे पुष्पं च मे पुष्टिश्च मे विभुज मे प्रभुज मे बहुज मे भूयश्च मे पूर्णं च मे पूर्णतरं च मे क्षितिश्च मे भूयवाश्च मे नं च मे कृश्च मे विनयश्च मे यवाश्च मे माषाश्च मे धिराश्च मे बुद्धाश्च मे खल्वाश्च मे गोधूमाश्च मे वसुराश्च मे प्रियङ्गवश्च मे नवश्च मे श्यामाकाश्च मे नीवालाश्च मे अश्माश्च मे मृत्तिकाश्च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे शेषं च मे तपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे रोहं च मे अग्निश्च महापश्च मे विरुधश्च महोषधयश्च मे कृष्णपक्षं च मे कृष्णपक्षं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशवारण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे विद्युश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसुश्च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मे ध्वश्च मयेमश्च मयितिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अग्निश्च मयिन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे सविता च महीन्द्रस्तमे सरस्वती च महीन्द्रस्तमे पूषा च महीन्द्रस्तमे बृहस्पतिश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे मित्रश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे वरुणश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे त्वष्टा च महीन्द्रस्तमे धाता च महीन्द्रस्तमे विष्णुश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे श्विनो च महीन्द्रस्तमे मरुदश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रस्तमे पृथिवी च महीन्द्रस्तमे अन्तरिक्षं च महीन्द्रस्तमे द्यौश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे दिशश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे मूर्धा च महीन्द्रस्तमे प्रजापतिश्च महीन्द्रस्तमे गुंशुश्च मे रश्मिश्च मे दाभ्यश्च मेऽधिपतिश्च मवुपागुंशुश्च मे कल्यामश्च महेन्द्रवायुरश्च मे वैश्वावरुणश्च महाश्विनश्च मे प्रतिप्रस्थानश्च मे शुक्रश्च मे मन्त्री च महाग्रयनश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे ध्रुवश्च मे वैश्वानरश्च मरुदग्रहाश्च मे दिग्राह्याश्च महेन्द्राग्नश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे मरुत्वदीयाश्च मे माहेन्द्रश्च महादित्यश्च मे सावित्रश्च मे सारस्वतश्च मे भौष्णश्च मे वाग्देवतश्च मे हारिरोधनश्च मे विद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे निष्क्रियाश्च मे श्रुतश्च मे तमसाश्च मे क्षामानश्च मे स्वरवश्च महुपरवाश्च मे धिषवनेत मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानित मे भूकपृच्च महाधवनीयश्च महाग्नेभ्यञ्च मे हविर्धानञ्च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पजदाश्च मे बभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे अग्निश्च मे धर्मश्च मे कश्च मे सूर्यश्च मे प्राणश्च मे श्वमेधश्च मे पृथिवी च मे दितिश्च मे द्यौश्च मे शक्परे अङ्गुलयोदिशश्च मे यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां रक्ष मे शाम च मे स्तोमश्च मे यजुश्च मे दीक्षा च मे तपश्च मरुदश्च मे व्रतं च मे होरात्रयो दृष्ट्या बृहद्रतन्तरे च मे यज्ञेन कल्पेता गर्भाश्च मे वत्साश्च मे द्रविश्च मे द्रवी च मे दिव्यवाच्च मे दिव्यौही च मे पञ्चाविश्च मे पञ्चावी च मे त्रिवत्सश्च मे त्रिवत्सा च मे तुर्यवाच्च मे तुर्यौही च मे पष्ठवाच्च मे पष्ठौही च मुक्षा च मे वशा च मरुषभश्च मे देहश्च मे धन्वाञ्च मे धेनुश्च महायुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतां प्राणो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् अपानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां व्यानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां चक्षुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतां श्रोत्रयज्ञेन कल्पतां मनो यज्ञेन कल्पतां वाग्यज्ञेन कल्पताम् आत्मा यज्ञेन कल्पतां यज्ञो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् एकाच मे तिस्रश्च मे पञ्च च मे सप्त च मे नव च मयेकादश च मे त्रयोदश च मे पञ्चदश च मे सप्तदश च मे नवदश च मयेकविंशतिश्च मे त्रयोविंशतिश्च मे पञ्चविंशतिश्च मे सप्तविंशतिश्च मे नवविंशतिश्च मयेकत्रिविंशश्च मे त्रयस्त्रिविंशश्च मे चतस्रश्च मे मे द्वादश च मे षोडश च मे विंशतिश्च मे चतुर्विंशतिश्च मे अष्टाविंशतिश्च मे द्वात्रिविंशश्च मे षट्त्रिविंशश्च मे चत्वारिविंशश्च मे चतुश्चत्वारिविंशश्च मे अष्टाचत्वारिविंशश्च मे वाजश्च प्रसवश्चाभिरश्च क्रतुश्च सुभश्च मोक्षानव्यज्ञयश्चान्ध्यायनश्चान्त्यश्च भुवनश्च भुवनश्चाधिपतिश्च इगादेवहोर्मनुर्यज्ञये बृहस्पतिरुद्धामदानि सगुंसिषद्विश्वे देवासोक्तवाचः पृथिविमातर्मा माहिगुंसेर्मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुवदिष्यामि मधुमदेन् देवेभ्यो वाचमत् जातकं शुश्रूषेण्यां मनुष्येभ्यस्तम् देवा अवन्त शोभाये विदर्भमदन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
पापा
बेटा सॉरी पर
तुम्हारी नई चिमनी नॉट वर्किंग।
क्या हुआ?
इसमें धुआं तो जा रहा है पर आवाज नहीं आ रही।
क्योंकि ये क्रॉम्पटन की साइलेंट वाली चिमनी है।
Stunning new Crompton Quiet Pro chimney. Its inverter motor keeps the kitchen silent.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah लक्ष्मी सहस्रशत संभ्रम सेव्यमानम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं वणन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षम् वर्हावतं समसिताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गम् कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वन् शान्तेश सुरभिरभिपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि वेणं वणन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षम् वर्हावतं समसिताम्बुजसुन्दराङ्गम् कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमाल्यवंशी रत्नाङ्गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासम् श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियतप्रकाशम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वल विग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं स्तुवन्ति
चिन्मय रसा
समुपैति कार्या विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि कालमतावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथाः विष्णुर्महासैह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सकलेषु निजेषु तेजः स्वीयं कियत् प्रकटयत्यपि तद्वदत्र ब्रह्माय एष जगदण्डविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय मन्त्रे प्रणामसमये शगणाधिराजः विघ्नान् विहन्तु बलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्मही गगनमम्बुमरुद्दिशश्च नादस्तथात्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्माद्भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि तच्चक्षुरेष सविता सकलग्रहाणाम् राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजाः यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि धर्मोऽतपापनिचयश्रुतयस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीटपतगावधयश्च जीवाः यद्दत्तमात्रविभवप्रकटप्रभावा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि यस्त्विन्द्रगोपमतवेन्द्रमहोस्वकर्मा बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजप्रणयादिभीति वात्सल्यमोहगुरुगौरवसेव्यभावैः सञ्चिन्त्य तस्य सदृशीं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषम् तमहं भजामि श्रियकान्ताकान्तः परमपुरुषः कल्पतरवो भूमिश्चिन्ता मणिगणमयितोऽयममृतम् कथारानं नाट्यम् गमनममितं श्रीप्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योतिः परमपि तथा स्वाद्यमपि च स यत्र क्षीराब्धिः स्रवति सुरभिभ्यश्च सुमहान् निमेषार्धाख्यो वा व्रजति न हि यत्रापि समयः भजे श्वेतद्वीपम् तमहमिह गोलोकमिति यम् इदन्तस्ते सन्तः क्षितिविरलचारा कतिपये हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वैराग्ययुक् भक्तिरसंप्रयत्नैः अपाययन् माम् अनभिप्सुमन्धम् कृपाम्बुदीय परदुःखदुःखे सनातनं तं प्रभुमाश्रयामि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So it's actually my honor and privilege to finally be here. I have to pinch myself. Yes, I am here. Thank you all for very lovingly, affectionately, kindly, patiently having me here. I know we have had a few cancelled visits in the past. Twice? Thrice? Many times? You stopped counting? At least a few times. But please forgive me. It's not that I was cancelling them frivolously. Sometimes it does happen that tickets are booked, flights are booked from city to city, and then in a certain city, a very exalted devotee will arrive. Some Prabhupada disciple will arrive, some sannyasi will arrive. So naturally my program there would get cancelled. So then that will, in return, have a change in so many other plans. So I promise you, crossing my heart, that I didn't frivolously cancel the previous visits because of some passionate or Radha Madhav, a desert, very hot outside. But Radha Madhav Hari is the only oasis in this desert-like heat. But however, in that water pond, in the desert-like heat, are swimming so many wonderful fishes. So thank you all for giving me shelter in that water pond amidst the heat of Arizona. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. So before I begin, I want to first of all prostrate myself at the lotus feet of my most beloved, revered spiritual master, Om Vishnu Padashtoltara Shatashi Srimad Srila Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj. I want to offer my obeisances at the lotus feet of all the wonderful, exalted disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are walking on this planet Earth in their ripe old age, giving Krishna consciousness with so much compassion and mercy to all of us. I bow down at the lotus feet millions and millions of times of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who at the age of 70 decided to start a mission which is continuing for more than 50 years even after his arrival. I bow down at the lotus feet of all the exalted Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Rupanuga Acharyas in our glorious parampara, who have carried the baton, the torchlight of Krishna Bhakti from one generation to another and made it available to all of us in this present moment. I bow down at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who very lovingly, very kindly decided to come in this world and bless all of us with Vraja Bhakti. Shri Shachinandan Gaura Hari ki. The Vishnu Sahasranam, 1,000 names of Vishnu, are very celebrated. For those who are South Indians, you are almost hearing MS Subbalakshmi play in your ear. As soon as I say Vishnu Sahasranam or Venkateshwara Suprabhatam, any Andhrites here, you will have ecstatic symptoms. Because now we're getting close to Tirupati. In the Vishnu Sahasranam, Sri Mahavishnu has been described so beautifully. Sa Shanka Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruhe Kshanam Sahara Vakshasthala Shobhikaustubham Namami Vishnum Shirasa Chaturbhujam. How is he described? Sir Shanka Chakram. What is he holding? Not an iPhone. He's not holding an iPhone. His devotees are holding iPhone, unfortunately. All day long. Imagine if we were demigods and there were temples for us. It'll be interesting. They'll have verses describing, oh, he whose weapons are the iPhone and the charger. And he who opens his third eye when he doesn't find the charger. But Vishnu doesn't hold an iPhone. Sir Shanka Chakram. He has a Shanka, a Chakra. And Sir Kirita Kundalam. He has very beautiful, wonderful crown and very wonderful necklace and armlets and wrist belts and kundalam. Nice earrings. And Sir Pita Vastram. He's having nice lightning like, very beautiful, golden, effulgent dhoti. And Sarasiru Hekshanam. He has eyes like lotus petals. Why lotus petals? Because they're pink, they're very soft, they're always moist with water, dewdrops, because they're always looking at the devotees and they have compassion. And at the same time, lotus means, even if it is in a muddy pool, it is always afloat. Which means Vishnu, even if he's looking at a situation filled with problems, he's always afloat. His vision is always different. Lotus. Lotus also means Lakshmi Devi. Lotus also means prosperity. Lotus also means happiness and fulfillment. Therefore, wherever Vishnu glances, it's called as Amrita Varshini. He creates this universe by his glance. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, this question is asked, how did this world begin? Seems like a question for the physicists. How did this world begin? And the sages answer, Sa Aikshata. Vishnu glanced. Period. Next question. Satisfied. Oh, if he is glancing, there must be creation. Vishnu glances and he creates. Also, he can destroy by his glance. You see, when Krishna went on the banks of the Jamuna, during the presence of Kaliya, the very poisonous serpent, the whole water of Jamuna had become poisonous. So Krishna's friends went there and they drank little water. And what happened? They fell unconscious. Krishna did not go next to them and, please get up. He didn't do this. The Krishna book describes Krishna from a distance saw his friends unconscious and just glanced. And by glancing, he destroyed their poison. So Mahavishnu can create the universe by Amrita Varshini, Drishtipata. He can destroy poison by Drishtipata. But between creation and destruction is maintenance. So Vishnu also maintains the whole creation by his glance. How? The two eyes of Vishnu are sun and the moon. Ya chakshuresha savita sakala grahanam raja samasta suramurti rashesha teja yasyajnaya bhramati sambrita kala chakro govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. The sun and the moon are his eyes. What does that mean? The sun is setting and the moon is rising. The moon is setting and the sun is rising. So he goes like this. So no one can miss his glance. He never goes like this. He's always blinking. He's winking his eyes on his devotees. Sun is setting and the moon is rising. So whether it is creation or maintenance or destruction, he does it through his eyes. The sun and the moon are the cause for maintenance for all of us. If not for the sun, life will perish. We have all our plans, we have all of our softwares, we have all of our technological developments. But all of that will be to ashes if the sun doesn't rise. All the nourishment, the taste in the crops come because of the moonbeams. So if not for the sun and the moon, life will end. So Vishnu creates this universe through his glance, destroys poison as Krishna, you see in the body of his friends through glance, and in the middle maintains through his glance. So therefore the glancing of the Supreme Lord is a gift. Therefore next time when you go to the temple of Shri Shri Radha Madhav Hari, go and stand there in front of his glance. Oh my Lord, till now I used to come to see you thinking that I am the seer and you're the seen. But now I understand I am actually the seen and you are the seer. Is this understandable? He's the seer. We go there dressing very well so that he can glance on us. But what do? We go to these temples, we offer our obeisances and move very quickly as if these are the motions of a devotee. We don't stay there. We don't pause and say, Krishna, here I am. Please glance on me. If Krishna can create, Vishnu can create through his glance, can he create bhakti in our heart through his glance? If he can destroy poison through his glance, can't he destroy anger, lust, greed, pride, envy, jealousy through his glance? And if he can maintain the whole creation through his glance, can't he maintain our devotional spirit and our wonderful Vaishnava qualities through his glance? He can. But however, we don't tap into these qualities of the Lord because we think it's after all some marble. After all some marble. Charanamrit, after all some water. Vrindavan, after all Uttar Pradesh. Guru, after all human being. Bhagavad Gita, after all some pages put together. We don't have faith on anything. But for those who have stood in front of Krishna as the deity, their hearts have got churned by his glance. So this is Vishnu. Everything about him is nectarian. And it becomes interesting when he decides to deal with his devotees in this way. This Mahavishnu came in a very beautiful form. A form that was never seen before. But he didn't come that for anyone. He came that for a 5-year-old child called Prahlad. Thousands and thousands of us sit and chant together in a yatra, in a kirtan mela, in a big festival. When do we see Krishna appear in front of us that we can perceive with our eyes? We don't. But for a 5-year-old child, the Supreme Lord appeared. And it's not that that 5-year-old child caught in all the media and gained some popularity. He didn't do that. He didn't bring some social media presence and some protest against Hiranyakashipu. Sign up campaign against Hiranyakashipu. Step down Hiranyakashipu, There was no campaign like that. Hashtag. Hashtag too much. Hashtag terror HKP. He didn't do anything like that. Change.org. Go fund me. I'm struggling, go fund me. None of that. It was a very peaceful affair. In the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is not a single mention where Prahlad Maharaj says, my Lord, I've been chanting your holy names. Are you even there? Where are you? Whenever I call you, it's loading, please wait. Network busy. No complaint. He never, not once, says in the pages of the Bhagavatam, why do bad things happen to good people like me? All of us are sitting on the lap of fortune and still we have a paper cut and we go around complaining, I started chanting Hare Krishna, I got a paper cut. Before I didn't have a paper cut. But imagine, this is serious business now. Think about the person you love the most. If they don't love you, that's one thing. But the person you love the most hates you like no one else. That's another thing altogether. And the only agenda in his life is to see you killed, to see you dead. Prahlad was tossed in fire. Now that's a big thing. When we go to the temple and the Aarti goes around, just try taking the Aarti from the height. Still sometimes it hurts. What to speak of the person who's carrying the Aarti for some time? He puts it on a plate and he carries, so that his head doesn't burn. Here Prahlad is tossed into fire and he had no way to escape. Hiranyakashipu's sister Holika was holding him, that may you die, you child, 5-year-old kid, you're like a demon. But he escaped out of fire. He was administered poison. It's an interesting mention in the Narasimha Puran. Hiranyakashipu tried his best. He tossed Prahlad from the top of the cliff. They took Prahlad on the top of the cliff and looked at him and said, now say, who's the protector? He said, it's Vishnu. Do you see the depth? If you're thrown from here, even your body won't be found. Prahlad said, it's still Vishnu. He was thrown from the top. Prahlad came down. And he didn't panic. That, oh, I thought it was Vishnu. Now I can't go up, I can't go down. I think Hiranyakashipu was better. It's described, even when Prahlad was sinking down, he was just close to hitting the floor. Even at this point, Prahlad did not have a doubt whether the Supreme Lord, whether or not will protect him. At this point, he was just a few inches away. And he was still thinking, yes, I know for sure he's going to protect me. How he's going to protect me, that's his headache. It's not mine. It's his headache. When the Supreme Lord saw this is the level of unflinching faith a devotee can have, he placed his hand, said, oh, this is breaking my heart. The Supreme Lord tested Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu pushed Prahlad in a pit of poisonous snakes. And the snakes looked at him. And Prahlad Maharaj said, oh, dear family members of Anantadev, you are all family members of Anantashesh. How fortunate you are. You have the same, you have Sarupya Mukti. You have the same form as the Supreme Lord. Unfortunately, I am stuck in a human form. All glories to your form. And the snakes were baffled. What is happening? There was a personality disorder syndrome. What is happening? They forgot their duty. In Tantric rites, this is called as Uchchatanatva mantra. Uchchatanatva mantra means the person forgets his duties. Like in ancient villages, if the person has an envious competitor, he sends him a Tantric performer who will chant a Uchchatanatva mantra. And by chanting that Uchchatanatva mantra, the person forgets his duties. He becomes completely useless in this world. So when Prahlad was there, his words were like Uchchatanatva mantra for the snakes. They forgot their duties. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do to him? The snakes looked at each other and they said, Shastra describes when you forget your duties, you should offer obeisances to your superior. They all offered obeisances. Prahlad Maharaj chanted Guru mantra in their ear and made them initiated. Elephants were induced. There was a stampede of intoxicated mad elephants and Prahlad was thrown at their feet. Prahlad escaped. He was attacked with very, very powerful, very deadly, very sharp weapons. None of that worked because he was constantly chanting the holy name. If you constantly chant the holy name, no point. There is no struggle in this world. And this is proven by Lord Shiva. Everyone knows that when the churning of the milk ocean took place, which is called as the famous Samudra Manthan Leela. Everyone has heard of that pastime? Where there was churning of the milk ocean. And the first thing that came out was poison. And everyone backed off. They said, we can't take care of this. They went to Lord Shiva and Lord Shiva came and drank the poison. Now the Acharyas comment here. What made Lord Shiva competent enough to drink that poison, while others refused. In Sanskrit, poison is called as visha. What is it called as? Visha. And to put things to rest and put them at an equilibrium situation is called as vishram. What is it called? Vishram. So what they had was visha, which is poison. And what they wanted was vishram, situation under peace. So if you want vishram and you have vish, what do you have to add? Ram. So they went around seeing who's the person who's chanting Ram the most. And it was Mahadev. Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattulyam, Sahasranama Tattulyam, Rama Nama Varanane, Rama Nama Varanane. Lord Shiva chanted Ram, 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 Ram. And what entered his mouth was Visha. What exited his mouth was Ram. So at the the point of meeting, Visha plus Ram became Vishram. So what it means is that this world is also like a churning of the milk ocean. There's constant anxiety around us. We're all searching for the nectar, which is in the middle of the ocean of this world. But what all of us experience is poisonous circumstance around. Now, if we don't chant enough Ram, what's going to happen is we're going to be affected by that poison. But if we chant so much more Ram than the poison, then we will be peaceful. So therefore, the secret of all success is to constantly chant Krishna's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prahlad was constantly chanting. He was thrown at the pit, he was chanting. He was thrown at the stampede, he was chanting. He was attacked with weapons, he was chanting. He was tossed into fire, he was chanting. He was kicked from the top of the cliff, he was chanting. When nothing worked, the father went to the mother. Hiranyakashipu went to Kayadu and said, there's something that I want you to do, which I'm not able to do. She said, what is it? I want you to kill Prahlad. Now everyone knows. No one can kill anyone. No sane person can kill anyone. Especially no parent can kill their own child. You have to be very demoniac. And among the two, even if the father goes crazy, the mother can never kill the child. Kayadu looked and she cried like this. She was constantly crying like this. She said, I cannot kill my child. Hiranyakashipu said, why you can't kill? So because I'm the mother. Hiranyakashipu said, you're his mother second. You're my wife first. I want you to murder him. She said, how am I supposed to do it? He said, just make kheer, nice sweet rice for him, and mix poison and give it to him. Kayadu made sweet rice, mixed it with poison and said, Prahlad, I have made some sweet for you. Please come and take this sweet rice. It's very nice for you. I have made it with lot of love. Please take this. If you don't take this, I will drink this. Prahlad came running. Oh, my mother has made sweet rice. It's white in color. And he looked inside. He looked and he saw the milk ocean where Vishnu was sleeping. And Vishnu looked at Prahlad and said, why fear when I am here? Drink. Prahlad drank. His devotion multiplied. He started dancing. And he started distributing it to everyone, all his friends, and they were all erupting in ecstasy. Hiranyakashipu went wild. He went wild. And you know the story. When finally cut to the chase, when he asked his son, where are you getting the strength from? You're just 5 years old. Oh, Father, I'm getting the strength from the same place you're getting your strength from. It's not some secret. It's the same electricity. I'm using it. I'm using the hot I'm using it to go from hot to cold, and you taking it to go from cold to hot. You see the same electricity. You can have an air conditioner, which can cool down things, or you can have a heater, which can heat up the things. It's the same electricity. Similarly, it's same Krishna Shakti, which you're using to turn your face against Krishna, and I'm using that same energy to turn towards him. Oh, Father, please. Hiranyakashipu said, you have the audacity to speak to me like this? Even Indra trembles. Chandra and Surya are cutting vegetables in my kitchen. And you have the audacity to speak like this to me. What have you learned? And Prahlad said, the best thing I have learned is, Father, you are in a pathetic situation. You're really struggling because you think you know a lot, but you don't know anything. Therefore, the best solution to your problem is give up all your envy against Vishnu, run to the forest, worship Sri Hari, and never return. Hiranyakashipu went wild, and after repeated attempts of trying to counsel his child, at one point he said, I really want to see your Vishnu. Seems like you're getting a lot from him. Can I know where I can find him? Prahlad said, now you're speaking some sense. You really want to know where he is. Now, this is the start of human civilization. Where is Vishnu? Oh, well, Vishnu is present everywhere. Where do you want to find him? What do you mean everywhere? I'm present only in one place. It can be only in one place. Prahlad said, that's the difference between you and Vishnu. You're present in one place. But Vishnu is present everywhere, including the place where you are present. Hiranyakashipu gets wild and he hits. I hope there's no problem. I hope that's fine. He hits Hiranyakashipu, hits the pillar and said, what about this pillar? Vishnu's present everywhere. What about this pillar? Prahlad looked at the pillar, and inside the pillar he saw Narasimhadev warming up. Prahlad looked at him. Narasimhadev looked at Prahlad and winked and said, ready. Prahlad looked at Hiranyakashipu and said, he's there. Hiranyakashipu said, really? And he took his club and he hit the pillar. And as he hit the pillar, there was an explosion. And as the pillar cracked, it's described, the world saw something that had never been seen ever before. As he appeared, as Narasimhadev appeared, his helmet was touching the abode of Brahma. His feet was situated in Patal. In the middle was this gigantic form with 16 hands holding weapons, roaring like a ferocious, hungry lion who had not eaten for ages. With his golden mane, with his sharp, snake-like tongue wiping his face, ready for the kill. And the Shastras describe when he appeared, it was ferocious. Bhukhandam varanandam paravara viratam dampa damporu dampam dhim 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 dahamapi dahamai jhampa jhampaishta jhampaihi tulyas tulyas tutulya dhuma dhuma dhumakai kumkumankai kumankai etatte purna yuktam arahara haraha patumam narasimham. He appeared making all these sounds. And the Narasimha Kavacha describes, he was roaring. Garjantam garjayantam nijabuja patalam spotayantam hatantam rupyantam tapayantam divi bhuvi ditijam kshepayantam kshipantam krandantam roshayantam divi dishi satatam samharantam bharantam vikshantam purnayantam karanikara shatair divya simham namami. Transcendental lion appeared. And at that time Shukadev Goswami describes 330 million demigods were trembling in happiness. There were tears coming down their eyes to witness the end of Hiranyakashipu. By the way, point to be noted, Narasimhadev came before time. The scheduled time was dusk. He came at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? Because the Lord doesn't just come and perform his pastime. He comes, plays around, does some work, has some enjoyment, frolics around for about 6 hours between 12 o'clock in the afternoon and 6 o'clock in the evening. He was playing with Hiranyakashipu. He would hold Hiranyakashipu, look at him, run. And Hiranyakashipu would run, and then and every time he was left, Hiranyakashipu would think, no, I knew you can't hold me. You can't hold me. I know that. You're afraid of me. And Narasimha would go, fear. Really. Played around for some time. Shukadev Goswami describes, why did the Lord come? Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmanaha adrishtatatyad bhutarupamudvahan sthambe sabhayam na mrigam na manusham. Why did he come? Satyam vidhatum, just to make something come true. What? Nija bhritya bhashitam. Just to make the words of his dear devotee, Prahlad, true, he appeared. Bas. Why did he come in this form? To make the words of Brahma come true. Bas. So with one stone of his form, he hit two birds. Brahma's benediction and Prahlad's prediction. And he came in a form which was never seen before. He came sthambe. He came from a pillar. Sabhayam, in an assembly. How did he come? Na mrigam, na manusham. He was neither a man nor an animal. The interesting thing is the word stamba in Sanskrit also means pride. Narasimha could have broken anything, but he broke Hiranyakashipu's stamba. Understand? Everyone paying attention? The word stamba means pillar, but stamba also means pride. So Hiranyakashipu's stamba was broken by Narasimhadev, which means Hiranyakashipu's pillar was broken by Narasimhadev. Hiranyakashipu's pride was broken by Narasimhadev. Narasimhadev appeared and he did the needful. He finished Hiranyakashipu. And at that time, he was hungry for more blood. And he was looking around. And like all of us now, looking down, the demigods looked down. Brahma couldn't help himself. 4 heads, right? Can't hide his face. It's always looking. Always looking. Everyone coaxed him and nudged him, said, you go, pacify him. Tapa. Brahma said, I'm going to do austerity. He said, enough austerity. Now you go pacify the Lord. He said, why should I go? Because of you only he appeared. Go. If you wouldn't have given that benediction, Jodi Brahma na hoy to Narasimha na hoy to. If not for your benediction, Narasimha wouldn't have appeared. Who told you to go and give benediction to Hiranyakashipu? Brahma said what to do, bichara, he was doing bhajan. So you go basically and give your Ganga Jal on everyone, and then it's Vishnu's headache. He scratches his head how to fulfill your words. Who's the master? Who's the servant? Brahma said, next time I will know. This is what you said last time also. Okay, if not you, who should go? Brahma said, Shivji. Shivji, you should go. Shiva said, you, mujhe baksho, I'm not part of this, you know. Let me go. I'm not even involved in any of these pastimes. I already have many other pastimes to deal with. Vrkasur, Bhasmasur, that's all mine. Ravana, that's all mine. Don't drag me in unnecessary pastimes. Brahma. Ask Lakshmi. Lakshmi, you go. Lakshmi said, why should I go? No, that's your husband. That's not my husband. The person whom I got married to is very peaceful. And it's easy to fight with him because he's always sleeping. I will try to argue, no response, so the fight comes down. But this is not my husband. No, this is your husband only. This is the origin of women saying, शादी से पहले आप अलग थे, अब आप बदल गए हो, आप पहले जैसे नहीं रहे. Lakshmi goes and says, wait a minute, this is not my Lord. No, this is your Lord. Go and pacify him. Not me. I have never seen this form. I would like to be at a distance. Then Prahlad Maharaj goes. Prahlad Maharaj folds his palms and he walks up the stairs. The demigods are so happy to see the fearlessness of Prahlad. Can you imagine? Prahlad Maharaj goes and garlands the murderer of his father. How he has to be competent enough to see the hand of the Lord. Narasimha looks at Prahlad and says, I am so ferocious. Aren't you scared of me? Prahlad smiles and says, my Lord, the lion is an act of fear for the deer, not for its own cubs. I'm your baby. I can always recognize you. Like the dog can recognize the master in any outfit just by the smell. My Lord, you can trick everyone with this lion face, but behind that I see the heart of compassion. You can't trick me. Narasimhadev immediately gets pacified, picks Prahlad in his lap and starts licking his face like a lion would do for the cub. And at that time, Narasimhadev drops tears, asking Prahlad, Prahlad, how does it feel to be a devotee? Prahlad looks at Narasimhadev and says, my Lord, you have no clue. You have no clue. You're always busy on the other end, accepting obeisances, accepting devotion. But my Lord, you have no clue how comforted I am sitting on your lap. I have a father, that's you. You don't have a father to sit on a lap. Narasimhadev at that point, who's not different from Vishnu, Keshava Dhrita, Narahari Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Narasimhadev at that time, with this pastime, he wraps up and he goes back, blesses Prahlad, goes back. But then he goes back with a very heavy heart. Because what happens at the end stays for long. Right? Therefore they say all's well that ends well, not starts well. Ends well. The ending is always remembered. So Narasimhadev, as he went back to his abode, he was thinking. The words of Prahlad, that I feel so comfortable sitting on your lap. I have a lap to sit on, my Lord, you don't have a lap to sit on, was ringing in Narasimhadev's mind. This in his heart sprouted as a desire. So please repeat. Narasimhadev developed one desire. And his desire was he wanted a lap to sit on. Bas. He wanted to feel what Prahlad felt. Mataji's and Prabhuji's, Narasimhadev fulfilled his desire and came as Ramachandra. And when he appeared, he was sitting on the lap of Dasharath Maharaj. And he was dropping tears in Balkand. What Prahlad experienced sitting on my lap, I am now as Ram experiencing sitting on the lap of Dasharath. How interesting. In Prahlad's Leela, devotee was sitting on the lap of the Lord. But in Ram's Leela, the Lord is sitting on the lap of his dear devotee Dasharath. Ramachandra performs this very beautiful pastime. It's interesting. My Gurudev, Param Pujyapad Srila Radha Govind Maharaj, was once invited by devotees from Kerala who sing Narayaniyam. For those from Kerala, you will know. Narayaniyam of Melpattur Narayana Bhattadri is a very famous work. So my Guru Maharaj sat there and he sang Narayaniyam. And at the end, they told him to speak on the Dashavatar. Srila Guru Maharaj spoke Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parshuram in 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. So people were thinking, oh, good going, it's crisp. Then came Rama Avatar. Srila Guru Maharaj spoke 2.5 hours. What to do? This Kodanda Pani. This personality holding the bow and the arrow has charmed the hearts of numerous souls. Ramante yoginonante satyananda chidatmani iti ramapade naso parabrahma vidhiyate. The Ramatapani Upanishad, the Rama Rahasya Upanishad, both describe who is Ram. The definition given is those sages who are not attracted to anything in this world. Imagine Ramba, Urvashi, Menaka, all these apsaras are present in front of them and they don't even know whether this is male or female. Can you imagine that level of absorption? They're not agitated at all. They're not attracted by ice cream. They're not attracted by Netflix. They don't have a YouTube subscription. Their eyes are not attracted by anything in this world. Ears are not attracted by anything in this world. Tongue is not attracted by anything in this world. They're completely detached. No one can attract their heart. And if they get attracted to a person, that person's name is Ram. This is the definition given. The acharyas are not saying, oh, the person who charms our heart. Because that's a very weak definition. Because our heart is attracted to Baskin Robbins. Our heart is attracted to so many things. Walmart. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving. So our heart gets attracted to anything. Every single thing. So if we say, oh, Ram is he who charms our heart, that's a disgusting definition. But that person is Ram who can attract the hearts of those who cannot be allured by any attraction in this world. Please repeat. Adau Rama tapovanadi gamanam Ritva mrigam kanchanam Vaidehi haranam jatayu maranam Sugriva sambhashanam Vali nigrahanam samudra taranam Lankapuri dahanam Paschad Ravana Kumbhakarna hananam Etadhi Ramayanam Eka Shloki Ramayana. Adau Rama Tapovanadi Gamanam. Ram went into the forest. Ritva Mrigam Kanchanam. The story of the golden deer begins. Vaidehi Haranam. Sita got kidnapped. Jatayu Maranam. Jatayu laid down his life. Sugriva Sambhashanam. Ramchandra spoke to Sugriva to get his wife back. And as a result, Vali Nigrahanam. Vali was killed. Samudra Taranam. The ocean was crossed. Lankapuri Dahanam. Hanuman burnt the city of Lanka. Paschad, after that, Ravana Kumbhakarna Hananam. Etadhi Ramayana. This personality, Ram, has kidnapped the heart of so many. You know Lord Shiva, when he was reading the Ramayana. By the way, is everyone paying attention? Yes. Or am I fanning the spark of your sleep? Everyone paying attention? Yes. Okay. Lord Shiva got a copy of the Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana in this world has only 24,000 verses. But the original copy of the Ramayana, Charitam Raghunathasya Shatakoti Pravistaram Eka Aksharam Pumsam Mahapataka Nashanam. The original Ramayana has 100 crore verses. 100 crore verses. And Lord Shiva was reading this magnum opus. Mother Parvati said, can you share something with me? He said, before I share something with you, I want to share something with this world. What are you going to share? He said, I am having 100 crore verses. What am I going to do with 100 crore verses? Let me distribute it among the world and then I'll come back to you. Okay, how much are you going to give? Lord Shiva said there is upper planetary system, middle planetary system, lower planetary system. So 100 crore divided by 3. 33 crore, 33 crore, 33 crore. Mother Parvati said, then you're going to have only 1 crore. He said, yes, I will distribute and I will come. He distributed and came. Mother Parvati said, okay, you've given 99% out, 1% you can keep. 100 crore you had, now you have only 1 crore. 99 crores you have given. Lord Shiva said, definitely, now we are going to preserve this. But before we preserve, it's good to distribute little. This is the nature of a great Vaishnava. Udara Chitta. He wants to distribute everything that he has. Lord Shiva said, 1 crore, what am I going to do? That's 100 lakhs. Let me divide it by 3, please. 33 lakh, 33 lakh, 33 lakh. Mother Parvati was scratching her head. Lord Shiva had 1 lakh left. Now at least that we can keep for ourselves. Lord Shiva said, of course. But before that, let me just distribute and come. There will be some who still didn't get. That 1 lakh is 100,000. 33,000, 33,000, 33,000. 1,000 verses left. Mother Parvati said, now these 1,000 verses at least you can keep, right? That's 1/24 of Valmiki's Ramayana left on Mother Earth. Lord Shiva said, yeah, now we should keep. But before we keep, we should distribute also. 1,000 verses left. Lord Shiva distributed. 333, 333, 333. He ended up with 1 verse. Mother Parvati said, Lord Shiva said, but this 1 verse is an Anushtup Chanda. Anushtup Chanda means 8 syllables each line and 4 such lines. So 8 times 4 is 32. Oh Devi. She said, okay, go ahead. 10 syllables, 10 syllables, 10 syllables. Mother Parvati said, what do you have? He said, I have the essence of the Ramayana. I have 2 syllables, Ra and Ma. Ram Naam is the essence. Please repeat. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Bharatagraja Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama. Mata Ramo Mat Pita Ramachandraha. Swami Ramo Mat Sakha Ramachandraha. Sarvaswam me Ramachandro Dayalu. Nanyam jane naiva jane na jane. Shri Ramachandra Charanau Manasa Smarami. Shri Ramachandra Charanau Vachasa Grinhami. Shri Ramachandra Charanau Shirasa Namami. Shri Ramachandra Sharanam Sharanam Prapadhye. Rama Raksha Stotra. So many beautiful verses. So Narasimhadev had that one desire to sit on the lap of his father. And to fulfill that one desire, he performed such a beautiful, wonderful epic just to charm our hearts. I wish we had 7 days to discuss this.
Yeah. You also have one desire too. We'll come every day, you decide for 7 days.
Sri Ramachandra appeared in this world. He sat on his lap, on the lap of Dasharath Maharaj and Mother Kaushalya, and he fulfilled that one desire. But now he can go back, just do that and go back. So from Balkand, he continued through the very beautiful, wonderful sections of his pastimes. But Ramchandra, throughout his performance of his pastime, he had a problem. The problem that Ramchandra faced was he could never make friends. Because he was so charismatic. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan is so beautiful, so wonderful, so intelligent. The Valmiki Ramayana begins with Konu asmin sampratam loke gunavan kascha viryavan dharmajyascha kritanyascha satyavakyo dridavratah. On the banks of the Tamasa Nadi, Valmiki Muni asks his guru Narada Muni, is there anyone in this world having all these qualities, who's truthful, who's handsome, who knows the dharma, who's very powerful, who's as intelligent as Brihaspati, and gives a list of 16 qualities. Narad Muni smiles and says, there is one person, and then lists 65 qualities and says, that person holding these 65 qualities, his name is Ram. So Ramchandra, being so beautiful, wonderful, attractive, Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shrinvatam ye nirvishya karana vivarai haratonga tapam rupam drisham drishimatam akhilartha labham. Aha. Rukmini Devi is saying, my lord, your qualities are such that anyone will get attracted. She's writing to Krishna. So when Ram is appearing with a very wonderful bow and arrow, he has charmed the hearts of so one. In Andhra Pradesh, there used to be a very, very great devotee by the name Bhadrachala Ramadas. For those who know, you will appreciate. Bhadrachala Ramadas was such a great devotee of Ram. He went mad in devotion to Sri Ram. He had a deity of Ram, and he loved the deity so much. He would shake the deity and say, my lord, I've left the whole world for you. Why don't you talk to me? He would hold the chin of Ram with shivering hands. My lord, please speak to me. Please speak to me. You are touching a stone and making her into a human, Ahalya. But when a human approaches you, you're dealing with him like stone. My lord, when the squirrel rolls over and puts some dust, you're ready to strike his body with 3 lines, and not just him, Sakula, the whole family. But my lord, I am ready to offer not just some sand, my life air. You're not even looking towards me. So many wonderful Rama Bhaktas have been in this world. Don't worry, that's the background music for Rama Avatar. Very attractive, right? Very, very attractive. So Ramchandra could never make heart-to-heart friends. Whenever Sri Ramachandra would go to embrace anyone, the person would slip his embrace and hold the lotus feet. Ram would say, no, sit with me like my friend. They would say, no, you are Maryada Purushottam, Ayodhya Pati, Janaki Pati, Dasharath Nandan Sri Ram. How can I sit with you? I cannot be your friend. I am your servant. Whether it was Sugriva, whether it was Vibhishan, whether it was Jatayu, whenever Sri Ram went for friendship, he never got friendship. They would slip his embrace and go down and touch his feet. Lakshmana, his own brother, lived like servant. Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampanna Bahi Prana Iva Paraha, says Valmiki. Valmiki says that Lakshmana was so surrendered to Ram. For us, we have our pran within the body. But for Lakshmana, the pran was walking outside the body. That is Ram. He served Ram like a servant. So Ram, who fulfilled that one desire of Narasimhadev, now in his heart was feeling, I don't have any friends. And at the same time, when Ramchandra walked through the forests of Dandakaranya, 15,000 plus 1,000, 16,000 sages stood up. They looked at Ram and they said, Ram, we have been worshipping the Supreme Lord for 60,000 years sitting in this forest. And now the Supreme Lord has appeared in front of us. Oh Ram, can you fulfill our desire? Ram said, what is your desire? The Dandakaranya sages said, we have only one desire. Please give us a female form and let us marry you. You are so attractive. We feel like running and embracing you, Ram. But because we are sages with all this beard and, mud all over our body, it may not be appropriate. You give us a very beautiful feminine form and get married to us. We want to be your queens. Ram said, this is not possible. Ekapatni Vrata, look at this. This is Mother Sita. And he introduced Mother Sita to everyone. Oh, all the sages went like this. Oh, we didn't know the position is already taken. Ram felt in his heart that he said a no for the first time in his life. Ram always had an interesting way to fulfill everybody's desire. He would always fulfill everybody's desire. When Ram would walk in the forest, there would be so many thorns which would pierce his lotus feet. And Lakshmana would try to pull those thorns out when Ram would be sleeping. But at that time, Ram would say, don't touch my feet. Don't pull those thorns. Next day, Ram would walk with those thorns and newer thorns, barefoot, right? So newer thorns would hurt him and more blood at the sole of his feet. This went on for 30 days and Lakshmana was crying. He told Mother Sita, it's not Ram's lotus feet which is bleeding. Looking at that, my heart is bleeding. Oh Devi, oh Maya Sita, you please kindly take the thorns out of Lord Ram's lotus feet and help me. Mother Sita went to touch those thorns and remove them. Ram said, don't touch those thorns. Mother Sita said, why not? It's pricking our heart. Why are you keeping all these thorns at the feet? And Ram smiled and he said, what to do? I have taken a promise. Whoever approaches my lotus feet, I will never reject them. Even if that means there will be blood at my lotus feet, I will still accept. So Ram, who accepts the whole world, now felt bad. Throughout his pastime, one, the fact that he didn't have friends, and two, that he had to turn down the sages in Dandakaranya. Please everyone, resonate with me. Narasimhadev appeared in this world, fulfilled his pastime, but developed one desire. What was that desire? To sit on the lap of his father. He fulfilled that desire and became Ram. But he performed his pastime, and please repeat, Ramachandra developed two desires. What were the two desires? One, he wanted true friends who love him like the way he loves them, without any condition. And two, he wanted to accommodate the sages of Dandakaranya, Matajis and Prabhujis. To fulfill these two desires, Sri Ram appeared in Dwapar Yuga as Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. Sri Krishna appeared in Braj. Should I pause and continue the story tomorrow? No. I love to be a sadist, by the way. I feel like continuing it tomorrow. No, don't worry. We'll do it today. So the Supreme Lord appeared as Krishna in Vrindavan. And when Krishna appeared, he came for these two purposes. He came basically to find friends. And in Vrindavan, he found first-class friends. The friends who loved him selflessly. What were the kind of friendship that Krishna had among the friends in Braja? You see, in Vaikuntha, Sahasra Shirasha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishvato Mritva Atyatishta Dashangulam Purusha Evedam Sarvam Yad Bhutam Yadcha Bhavyam Purusha Sukta. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayah Rigveda. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Ishopanishad. All of this in Vaikuntha. But that Supreme Lord, when he appears in Braja, स्तुति नहीं चलती. स्तुति नहीं चलती, अरे ठाकुर की नहीं चलती, कृष्ण की नहीं चलती. हिंदी समझ लेते हैं सब? अच्छा, ठाकुर की नहीं चलती, बिल्कुल नहीं. Krishna will come and tell his friends, did you see how I destroyed the demons? And the friends would come to Krishna. तुम्ही कोण बड़ो लोग, तुम्ही आम्ही शॉम. Hey, Makhan Chor, Lampat Chudamani. Krishna used to be called as Paradadi Chor. Paradadi Chor means he who steals the butter from another person's house. Hey, Tumi kaun bada log? How are you better than me? Tumi ami sham. We are equals. In fact, we are better. We are being merciful and counting us equal to you. Krishna said, Baba, wait. When Agasur, Bakasur, Dhenukasur, Vatsasur, Arishtasur came here, oh Krishna, please help me. Now that you have gone, your color is coming up. They said, wait. You're having some misunderstanding. There is a reason why we call you. Not that you're better. Your father in his house has a Shaligram Shila. He worships Shaligram every day. Therefore, when time comes, that Vishnu enters the body of the son of the worshipper. That happens to be you. And he comes and he destroys. And after the demon is gone, Vishnu goes back. There's nothing special with you. Your father worships the Shaligram Shila. So if our father worships Shaligram Shila, Vishnu would enter our body. Simple. Logic is simple. Krishna said, Acha. And why do you say you're better than me? The friends would say, wait. Emotions to yahan nahi chalti. Facts and figures. Statistics. Your father has how many cows? Krishna would say 900,000 cows. Subal would say, my father has 1100,000 cows. Happy? This is Golok. We are all Gopal. Family is Gokul. The hill is Govardhan. So what is common? Go. Male are called Gopa, female are called Gopi, devotees are called Goswami. What is common? Go. Go means cows. The fundamental statistics to गाय का बनता है ना भाई. You have 900,000, I have 1100,000. Now why are you even arguing? Krishna said, but don't you remember last time when we had a fist fight? I punched you. And you were on the floor and I was on top of you. The friend said, no. We were on the top. You were on the bottom. Krishna said, wohi, same. No, it's not same. It's different. Krishna said, but that time, although I was down, I won. They said, wait a minute. Krishna, now don't cheat. The rules are, the person who's on the top, he wins. Not the person on the bottom. Krishna said, no, you didn't read the offer document carefully. Mutual investments are subject to market risks. Please read the offer document carefully before investing. So Krishna said, what do you mean? Friend said, what do you mean? Krishna said, the condition of the game was, the person whose nose faces the sun wins. So I happened to be on the floor, my nose was facing on the top, you were on the top of me, your nose was facing to the ground. Now you tell me who won. They said, all this phaltu logic doesn't work. We are better. So Krishna cannot prove to his own friends. All day they are playing in the forest. All day they are playing. Krishna is playing with his friends. Friends are trying to run. Krishna is trying to catch. And sometimes they're playing hide and seek. Krishna is hiding. Friends are trying to seek. And it's interesting. They tell Krishna, you hide, we will try to find out. So Krishna is hiding. And it's very easy to find where Krishna is. Because wherever Krishna goes, while breathing, there's nectar coming from his mouth. So wherever there's nectar, bumblebees come. So you just have to go and see where there is a cloud of honeybees. That is where Krishna is hiding. Madhuram madhuram vapurasya vibho, madhuram madhuram vadanam madhuram, madhu gandhi mridhusmitam etadaho, madhuram 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 madhuram. So wherever Krishna is hiding, there is a cloud of bumblebees. The friends come and catch him. So in 5 minutes, Krishna is caught. Now they say, Krishna, now it's your turn to find all of us. We will hide. Krishna said, I have to go home. I am tired. They say, no cheating. No cheating. No cheating. Krishna says, no, actually Maya is calling me home. The friends say, Maya has been calling from morning. Do you hear? When you were hiding also, Maya was calling. But very conveniently at that time, you preferred to hide and not listen to your mother. But now when you have to seek us and we get chance to hide, you have to go home. Krishna says, okay, then I'll play. Mother Yashoda starts yelling, are you coming or should I lock the door? Krishna says, I have to go. Friends say, wait a minute. Every mother says this. But eventually she'll open. So you decide. Do you want to take the side of your mother? Or do you want to take side of your friends? Krishna says, I want to take side of my mother. The friends say, okay, then from tomorrow we are not going to take you in our game. Do you understand that? Krishna said, no. I have to play also. I have left Vaikuntha to come and play with you. Now if you don't take me, where will I go? Okay, I will play. Mother Yashoda comes into the forest. Mother Yashoda is a very interesting personality. We are all performing bhajan, Hari bhajan, Hari bhakti to go back home, back to Godhead. But only Mother Yashoda can take Godhead back home. So in a tug of war between Mother Yashoda and his friends, Krishna gets crushed. But that is his pleasure, where both camps love him. So these are the kind of friends Krishna has. Sridam, Sudam, Vasudam, Kinkini, Stoka Krishna, Ujjwal, Madhumangal, Mandali Badra. Madhumangala is such a dear friend. He's also called as Bhattu. He's a Brahmana, Brajvasi with a big pot belly and a Gayatri thread. Upanayan Sanskar has been done. Krishna always uses him in all the stealing pastimes. Madhumangal says, I am a Brahmana, I don't steal. Krishna said, you don't worry, you just bless me that I am successful. The words of a Brahmana bring in auspiciousness, prosperity. Madhumangal says, do you realize Brahman se jhoot bula rahe ho tum? Krishna says, jhoot nahi, sach ho jayega, tum dekho. Tum ashirwad do bas. Just say tathastu. When we are protected by the blessings of a Brahmana, everything becomes dushkaram, sukaram bhavet. Difficult things become easier. So Madhumangal is standing there. Krishna is stealing. He tries to hide Madhumangal because it's time for his Gayatri. He says, now looking at all the stealing pastime, I cannot chant my Gayatri. So he's sitting and stealing. Gopis come. Krishna is hanging on the pot. Krishna jumps from the pot, pulls Madhumangal who's chanting Gayatri ahead. And Madhumangal is standing in front of the gopis with a broken butter pot. Looking at Madhumangal, the gopis offer obeisances because Brahmana. When they offer obeisances, Krishna jumps out of the window. He tells Madhumangal, you are an excellent friend. By your blessings I enter, by your blessings I can exit. So the friendship desire that Ram had in his heart was fulfilled by Krishna. And all the 16,000 sages of Dandakaranya who wanted to have a female form appeared as the gopis of Vrindavan. And Krishna had wonderful, wonderful reciprocation with them. So those who criticize Krishna, they don't understand the back end story. And these 16,108 gopis of Vrindavan also expanded as the 16,108 queens of Dwaraka when Krishna became the king. So Krishna was simply fulfilling the desire of the Dandakaranya sages, the desire that they expressed to Ram. Now let's quickly recap. Narasimha developed? And he became Ram. Ram fulfilled that one desire, developed? Ram developed two desires. To fulfill that, he came down as Krishna. Fulfilled those two desires. But in an attempt of fulfilling those two desires, Krishna developed three desires. He developed three desires. Now, what are those three desires? Very interesting. Shri Radhaya pranaya mahima kidrisho va nayaiva swadhyo yena adbhuta madhurima kidrisho va madivya saukhyam chasya mad anubhavataha kidrisho veti lobhat tad bhavadhya samajanishachi garbha sindhu harindo. Chaitanya Charitamrit, Adirila, chapter 1, text 4, 5, 6. Kaviraj Goswami. Krishna developed three desires and we are wrapping up. So if you have been sleeping till now, please wake up. The three desires that Krishna developed are as follows. Krishna was scratching his head. Everyone who comes to me to worship me asks something from me. Putravan dhanavan loke dirghayu rupa jayate kamayate yam yam kamam tam tam prapnotya samshayam. Oh, putrahin becomes putravan. Dhanahin becomes dhanavan. Dhanam dehi, vittam dehi, griham dehi, grihini dehi. Give me a house, give me a spouse, give me wife, give me life, give me wealth, give me health. So therefore they come and bribe Krishna, and the different ways to bribe him are as follows. Go to the temple and give a vadamala. You've seen people make a vadamala as if there is no vada in Golok Vrindavan. There can be everything. trees can be wish fulfilling, but unfortunately there is no vada. Go to a Hanuman temple and break a coconut. Hanuman could burn Lanka, but unfortunately he doesn't have coconuts. It's interesting. We buy a coconut which is less than $5 and ask Hanuman for a bump in salary. Imagine if he gives you ye yatham mam prapadyante. Coconut is only $5, so I'll give you a $5 cashback. Imagine. So Krishna scratching his head thinking, everyone who comes to me with a purpose. And when that is fulfilled, they go back. Sakale jagate more kare vidhi bhakti braj bhav paite nahi shakti. Sakale jagate more kare vidhi bhakti. The whole world is worshipping me with rules. Oh, if I don't do this, paap lag jayega. Oh, aise karenge, to my desires will be fulfilled. But no one is doing with the desire to fulfill me, to keep me happy. You want to eat pizza, therefore you offer it to Krishna so that the karma in eating the pizza is taken away. So Krishna is thinking, ek minute. Krishna is like, ye ho kya raha hai? You are treating me like a karma purifying agent. Samne pizza rakha, tang 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 kiya, pizza liya. So you get the pizza without the karma. So Krishna is saying, so you basically want to do what you want to do, but you want me to remove the karma out of it. Or others. Arey, ek minute. We have been told कि टाइम पे खिला लेना चाहिए भगवान को, नहीं तो अनर्थ हो जाएगा. तो अनर्थ ना हो, therefore we feed him so that we are safe. But no one, Krishna is thinking, no one is feeding thinking, oh, it is 12 o'clock, my lala will be hungry. That they don't worship me with their heart. But Krishna is thinking, the Brajvasis, the residents of Vrindavan here, they are not worried about any karma, they are not worried about any dharma. They know only one dharma, prem dharma. All the residents of Vrindavan love me selflessly. And among the residents of Vrindavan, my friends love me the most. But higher than my friends, my mother loves me the most. Higher than my mother, the gopis of Vrindavan love me the most. And among the gopis of Vrindavan, the crown on the top is Srimati Radharani. So Krishna is thinking, what is the thought process of Radharani? She serves me, and when I ask her, what do you want? She says, if you're happy, please give me more service. Wait a minute. So you want to serve me, and in return you want more service, which means you'll serve me, and in return you want more. Wait a minute. What is so special in serving? He asked Radharani, what is this selfless love? And Radharani said, the nature of selfless love is you can't describe it. It's like, for example, an insect on a neem plant is asking, define a mango juice, the taste of a mango pulp. Well, it's sweet. Describe how sweet. Well, Mr. Ant on a neem plant, you can't understand how sweet mango pulp is. You just have to taste it yourself. So Krishna developed three desires. One, he wanted to know the selfless love of Radharani. Two, he wanted to know what qualities in him attract Radharani. Because it is...
Introducing Visva anti-glare architectural lights, designed with you in mind. Visva.
Described. Radharani is 10 million times more beautiful than Krishna. If you see Krishna, Shastra describes, you will faint. But if you see Radharani, you will die. Radharani is 10 million times beautiful, 10 million times more intelligent, 10 million times stronger also. Yes, all the strength that Krishna is having is because of Radha. All the qualities Krishna has, including flute playing, including dancing, everything comes from Radharani. So Krishna is wondering, wait a minute, in this world, the foolish get attracted to the intelligent. The poverty-stricken get attracted to the rich. Those who lack something get attracted to people who have it in surplus. But this is interesting. Someone who has it in surplus gets attracted to someone who is devoid of it. So one, I want to know what is the nature of selfless love. Two, I want to know what qualities in me attract her. And three, when I'm trying my bit to reciprocate, what sweetness does Radharani feel? Why is Krishna talking about Radharani? Let's say he talks about a devotee like us. He wants to know what is the nature of our love. If Krishna becomes a devotee like us, then he will go back to being Krishna thinking, hey, it's disgusting to be you. I'm better off playing the flute. So therefore, he wants to take a perfect example, and that's Radharani, who's unalloyed. Radha sadhyam sadhanam yasya Radha mantro Radha mantradhatri cha Radha sarvam Radha jivanam yasya Radha 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 kim vachi kim tasya shesham Radha karavachita pallava vallarike Radha padanka vilasan madhurasthalike Radha yasho mukharamatta khagavalike Radha vihar vipine ramatam manome vaidagda sindhu anuraga rasaika sindhu vatsalya sindhu Ati Sandra Kripaika Sindhu, Lavanya Sindhu, Amrita Chavi Rupa Sindhu, Shri Radhika Spuratume Ridikeli Sindhu. Shastras are describing thousands and thousands of verses about the glory of Radharani's devotion. And Krishna is thinking, these three desires, I wish I could understand the devotion of Radha. I wish I could understand what qualities in me attract the heart of Radha. I wish I could understand when I reciprocate with the little bit that I can, how much sweetness and happiness she experiences in her heart. However, she cannot describe this to me. I have to become her. In this mode, Krishna took the heart, the sentiments of Radharani. He told Radharani, in the age of Kali Yuga, I desire to become a devotee. I desire to come down taking your heart. Radharani said, you will not survive. You will not survive. Why? Because my heart is constantly chanting Krishna, Krishna. Krishna. With more enthusiasm. Krishna, Krishna. A little more enthusiasm. Krishna, Krishna. Yes, Radharani said, this is how my heart is chanting Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, but you have no experience of your heart chanting Krishna, Krishna. My heart chants Krishna, Krishna. And when my heart chants Krishna, Krishna, the hair on my body stands on end. Tears come down my eyes. There's a lump of emotion on my throat. My teeth start chattering. My body starts trembling. And I go unconscious. Krishna, but if you take my heart, you're asking for trouble. Because these symptoms will come to your body and you have no past experience. Therefore, if you desire to take my heart, take a complimentary gift also. And the complimentary gift is, I would like to cover your body with my body from outside, so that even if there are ecstatic eruptions, they will be felt on my body who has had past experience of experiencing these emotions. Narasimhadev appeared in Satyuga, developed one desire, became Ram in Treta. Ram fulfilled that one desire, developed two desires, fulfilled that. Krishna came in Dwapar and fulfilled those two desires, developed three desires. And now to fulfill those three desires, Krishna Chandra in Vrindavan, taking the heart and the complexion and the mood of Radharani, appeared in this age of Kali Yuga 550 years ago in the land of Navadvip as Paramadayala Prema Purushottama Shachinandan Gaura Hari Ki Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. He appeared, and Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastimes. Krishna of Vrindavan fulfilled his three desires, lived through the life of a devotee, and developed unlimited desires. Unlimited desires? Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu developed unlimited desires. Why? He developed the desire to give unlimited love, unlimitedly, to unlimited souls of Kali. Where is all this coming from? This is coming from a verse in Garud Puran. So we'll wrap up with that verse so that you can remember the whole flow of how 1, 2, and 3 desires were formed. Please repeat. Satye Daitya Kuladinash Samaye सिम ऊर्ध्वमर्त्यकृति त्रेतायां दशकन्धरम् परिभवम् रामेति नामकृति गोपाल परिपालयन् व्रजपुरे भारं हरं द्वापरे गौरांग प्रिय कीर्तने कलियुगे चैतन्य नाम प्रभो. Vyasadeva is saying, he who appeared as Narasimha in Satya came as Ram in Treta, came as Krishna Chandra in Dwapar, and came as Gaura Chandra in Kali. So therefore, this was the introduction to Gaura Leela Katha.
पापा
बेटा सॉरी पर
तुम्हारी नई चिमनी नॉट वर्किंग.
क्या हुआ?
इसमें धुआं तो जा रहा है पर आवाज नहीं आ रही.
क्योंकि ये क्रॉम्पटन की साइलेंट वाली चिमनी है.
Stunning new Crumpton Quiet Pro chimney. Its inverter motor keeps the kitchen silent.
पापा
बेटा सॉरी पर
तुम्हारी नई चिमनी नॉट वर्किंग.
क्या हुआ?
इसमें धुआं तो जा रहा है पर आवाज नहीं आ रही.
क्योंकि ये क्रॉम्पटन की साइलेंट वाली चिमनी है.
Stunning new Crumpton Quiet Pro chimney. Its inverter motor keeps the kitchen silent.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, Text 2 to 7. Brahma Varchasa Kamastu Yajet Brahmana Patim Indram Indriya Kamastu Praja Kama Prajapati Brahma Varchasa Kamastu Yajet Brahmana Patim Indram Indriya Kamastu Praja Kama Prajapati. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. One who desires to be absorbed in the impersonal Brahma Jyoti effulgence should worship the master of the Vedas, Lord Brahma, or Brihaspati, the learned priest. One who desires powerful sex life should worship the heavenly king Indra, and one who desires good progeny should worship the great progenitors called the Prajapatis. One who desires good fortune should worship Durga Devi, the superintendent of the material world. One desiring to be very powerful should worship fire, and one who aspires only after money should worship the Vasus. One should worship the Rudra incarnation of Lord Shiva if he wants to be a great hero. One who wants a great stock of grains should worship Aditi. One who desires to attain the heavenly planets should worship the sons of Aditi. One who desires a worldly kingdom should worship Vishwadeva. And one who wants to be popular with general mass of population should worship the Sadhya demigod. One who desires a long span of life should worship the demigods known as the Ashwini Kumaras. And a person desiring a strongly built body should worship the earth. One who desires stability in his post should worship the horizon and the earth combined. One who desires to be beautiful should worship the beautiful residents of the Gandharva planet. And one who desires a good wife should worship the Apsaras and the Urvashi society girls of the heavenly kingdom. Some are even saying Hari Bol to that. One who desires domination over others should worship Lord Brahma, the head of the universe. One who desires tangible fame should worship the personality of Godhead. And one who desires good bank balance very beautiful verse should worship the demigod Varuna. One who desires to be greatly learned man should worship Lord Shiva. And if one desires good marital relation, he should worship the chaste goddess Uma, the wife of Lord Shiva. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. There are different modes of worship for different persons desiring success in particular subjects. The conditioned soul living within the purview of the material world cannot be an expert in every type of materially enjoyable asset. But one can have a considerable influence over a particular matter by worshipping a particular demigod, as mentioned above. Ravana was made a powerful man by worshipping Lord Shiva. And he used to offer severed heads to please Lord Shiva. He became so powerful by the grace of Lord Shiva that all the demigods were afraid of him, until he at last challenged the personality of Godhead, Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki, and thus ruined himself. In other words, all such persons who aspire after gaining some or the other material objects of enjoyment or gross materialistic persons are on the whole less intelligent, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 20. It is said there that those who are bereft of all good sense, or those whose intelligence is withdrawn by the deluding energy of Maya, aspire to achieve all sorts of material enjoyment in life by pleasing various demigods, or by advancing in material civilization under the heading of scientific progress. The real problem of life in the material world is to solve the question of birth, death, old age, and disease. No one wants to change his birthright. No one wants to meet death. No one wants to be old or invalid. And no one wants diseases. But these problems are solved neither by the grace of any demigod, nor by so-called advancement of material science. In the Bhagavad Gita, as well as in Srimad Bhagavatam, such less intelligent persons have been described as devoid of all good sense. Srila Shukadev Goswami has said, out of 8.4 million species of living entities, the human form of life is rare and valuable. And out of those rare human beings, those who are conscious of the material problems are rarer still. And still more rare persons are those who are conscious of the value of Srimad Bhagavatam, which contains the messages of the Lord and His pure devotees. Death is inevitable for everyone, intelligent or foolish. But Parikshit Maharaj has been addressed by the Goswami as Manishi, or the man of highly developed mind, because at the time of death he left all material enjoyment and completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord by hearing his messages from the right person, Srila Shukadeva Goswami. But aspirations for material enjoyment by endeavoring persons are condemned. Such aspirations are something like the intoxication of the degraded human society. Intelligent persons should try to avoid these aspirations and instead seek the permanent life by returning home back to Godhead. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. By the insurmountable instruction of His Grace Radha Gopinath Prabhu, which I tried my best to avoid, I am here in the presence of so many wonderful Vaishnavas with a mood to serve all of you this morning. I don't know what will come out of my unholy mouth. I don't know what I'm going to speak. I don't know how many mistakes I am going to make from a scriptural perspective, from an ethical perspective, from a Vaishnava perspective, from a linguistic grammatical perspective. Brahma Pramada Vipralipsa
कारण पाटव आर्ष विज्ञ वाक्य nahi dosha ei sab. Chaitanya Charitamrita has described conditioned soul means he will make mistakes. So to err is human, but to forgive is divine. So I am starting by begging at all of your lotus feet. Each one of you, individually, and all of you put together collectively, I beg at your lotus feet. Please bless me. May the right words come at the right time, in the right mood of service. And whatever mistakes come out of my mouth, please forgive me. I feel very scared sitting here. We'll talk about that in a bit. But before that, please bless me. Please protect me. Please make sure on the power of your prayers and blessings, may this discussion give pleasure to our Shri Shri Radha Gopinath. Vancha kalpataru. This Vyasasana has nourished me for years. His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, sitting here on this auspicious Vyaspit, Vyasasana, like a mother has nourished all of us as babies with the breast milk of his Hari Katha for years. Today, I feel like I am sitting on the lap of that mother. I remember when I had gone to America and I was all by myself. I had no money and no family, no friends. The closest temple was 2.5 hours away. From my place, I had to take multiple modes of transport. Take a bus and then walk. So that bus goes 1.5 hours, then get down from there, then walk, then take 2 trains, then walk, and reach the temple. During those days, I would go to the temple only once a month because I didn't have the money to go, and it was very difficult. The place where I used to live, it used to snow so much, and the sun would set at 2:30 in the afternoon. So gloomy, inside and out. And I shared my apartment with 4 other people, all of whom who ate meat. And so much so that the fridge used to be filled with pork and chicken and whatnot. And when it was my turn to clean the kitchen, I used to see all obnoxious things on the floor and just pick them up, put them in the trash can, and mop the whole place. When I had no association, no devotee to meet, nowhere to go, no friend, I would put on Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj's class. And for hours and for years, it kept me going. But there was one thing. You can chant japa alone, you can hear Hari Katha alone, but what about Kirtan? You need devotees, right? You need devotees, you need that association where you can sing and dance. So I missed that. So I would switch on Maharaj's Kirtan. Of course, Maharaj has thousands and thousands of Kirtan, but my personal favorite has been the 2004 Vrindavan Yatra series, where Maharaj did Kirtan at Man Mandir. Ecstatic Kirtan. For those who haven't watched it, please, that's the homework even before the class begins. I would close my door, close all windows, and put the curtain in my little room, and on my laptop put that Kirtan on full screen, play that Kirtan and dance alone. And I would think I am in Man Mandir with Maharaj, in the Yatra with devotees, and as Maharaj's Kirtan would peak up, and since the doors were closed and the windows were closed and the curtains were put, nobody to judge, nobody to see, I would feel as if I am part of that association, and I would sing and dance thinking that nobody is watching. But why I'm saying this is that imagination of mine today has become reality. And when I had the good fortune of meeting Srila Radhanath Maharaj, I told Maharaj that, Maharaj, when I sit at your lotus feet, I feel I'm sitting with my Guru Maharaj. I am sitting with Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj. I don't feel like leaving you. Because it was a line where one after another you have to take darshan and leave. And I just stood there. And I offered my obeisance and I said, I don't feel like leaving. Maharaj said, you don't have to leave. And when I said about my Guru Maharaj, I said, I feel like when I'm sitting with you, I feel like I'm sitting with my Guru Maharaj. At that time, Srila Radhanath Maharaj told me, he said, back in 2007, 2008, when Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj gave classes in Hindi, in public pandal, Maharaj, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj said, I would go and meet your Guru Maharaj. And then Maharaj said, I feel the whole world should learn Hindi to hear the classes of Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj. So I looked at Maharaj and I said, Maharaj, I feel the reason my parents put me in an English medium school was so that I could hear your English classes. And when I said, Maharaj, when I sit with you, I feel like I'm sitting with my Guru Maharaj and I don't feel like leaving you. Maharaj said something so profound, which went into my heart, and I prayed to the lotus feet of Radha Gopinath, I never forget. Look at the gravity and the depth of this one sentence. Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj said. So my point was, Maharaj, I want to be with you forever. I don't feel like leaving you. To which Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj said, my eternal aspiration is to be a speck of dust at the lotus feet of Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj. If your aspiration is also the same, you and I can be together forever. There was expression of extreme humility. At the same time, there was an expression of connecting the disciple to the Guru. At the same time, there was an expression of future hope of always being together. All of that in one sentence. So why I am saying this is, I don't know if I will be able to come here ever again. I don't know. But today, Prathamam tu Gurum Pujyam Anyatha Nishphala Bhavet. Hari Bhakti Vilas describes, if you don't express gratitude to Guru, then Krishna is not even listening to the glorification that we offer. So sitting here, it will be ungrateful of me. It will be incomplete and completely against Vaishnav culture if I don't express my gratitude and don't offer my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj before I attempt to speak something in the presence of his Ishtadev, Shri Radha Gopinath. So, in today's verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada in the purport explains how we should take shelter of Krishna. The verse mentions that for any material aspiration that we may have, we should worship the demigods. But Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he clarifies that ultimately, devotee doesn't want anything material. It is like going to the prisoner in the prison house and saying, today is Independence Day. Ask for a benediction and I'll give you. And the prisoner says, really? Whatever I ask, you will give me? Yes. Whatever you ask, I will give you. And the prisoner says, one extra soap, please. महीने में एक ही सोप मिलता है, आप दो करा दीजिए. Please make it 2. So the jailer says, so be it. Next prisoner. Today is Independence Day, ask for whatever you want. Ek blanket de do na. Just give me an extra blanket. Oh, sure, take it. Third person, ask for whatever you want. Whatever I want? Yes, whatever you want. Today is Independence Day. Ask for what you want and I'll give you. Whatever I want? Yes, whatever you want. Free me from this jail. Isn't that the most intelligent thing? Srila Prabhupada is explaining that in the purport. That we are all like prisoners, begging the demigods for extra soap and extra blanket, extending our material stay. But mukti pradata sarvesham vishnureva na samshayah. The only person who can free us from this material existence and engage us completely in the service of his lotus feet is Sri Hari himself. So Srila Prabhupada has written in the purport, it is our duty to take complete shelter of Krishna and only beg for one thing, his eternal service and nothing else. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the celebrated Shikshashtakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. This na in Sanskrit could have been just used at the start of the sentence and just say, na dhanam janam sundarim. And it would mean the same. But Mahaprabhu individually uses the nakar, negation. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. My Lord, please don't trap me with material attractions and allurements in this world. Like when the child cries, the mother comes and says, hey, look at this toy. Such a beautiful toy. Teddy bear, teddy bear. And the child starts to giggle. And the mother says, "Theek hai. Now you sit here." And the mother goes and starts making rotis again. And again the child starts to cry. The mother comes, "Teddy bear." She does this a few times. And then finally, when none of the teddy bear, none of the toys will work, the child starts to cry and yell, throwing his legs in the air. And the mother comes and says, "Teddy bear." The child says, "This won't work this time. I want you. I am hungry." None of the teddy bear, none of the toys, none of the playthings about, none of these key-oriented toys will help. I am hungry. Oh, mother, I want you. That's when the mother gives up the kitchen and comes for the child and embraces the child. When we cry in this world, Krishna as the mother comes and gives us some material things. And we are happy. Dhanam, chamanam, cha yathendriyani. Krishna gives all of that. But when that time comes, when we say, "My Lord, I don't want any of these things. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. I want you. Mama janmani janmani ishware. I don't even want mukti." Mukti means what? I don't want to suffer in this world. Bhukti means I want to enjoy. And mukti means I don't want to suffer. In both sentences, it's about me. But bhakti means, my Lord, Krishna Anushilanam. Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam. It's not about me anymore, it's about you. Let me serve you lifetime after lifetime. Nanyam jane naiva jane na jane. Ram Raksha Stotra. That my Lord Sri Ramachandra, apart from your service, I don't want anything else. In the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vritrasur has chanted, Nanaka prashtham na cha paramaishtham na sarvabhaumam na rasadhipatyam na yoga siddhi na purarbhavam va samanjasatva virahaya kangshe. Here also, before every object, nakar has been used. Na naka prashtham. Please don't give me heaven. Please don't make me an associate of Dhruva and Dhruva Loka. Na cha paramaishtyam. Don't send me to Brahma Loka and make me Vidhata. Don't make me Brahma. Kita janma ho yatha tuvadas. Bahirmukha Brahma janmi nahi as. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I am better to become an insect in the house of a pure devotee than to become Brahma who doesn't remember the Supreme Lord. Our life is meant to get service, eternal loving service. Nothing else. Prema dhana bina vyartha daridra jivan. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj would roar on this point. Prema dhana vina vyartha daridra jivana. He would ask devotees, are you rich? Tell me, Baba, are you rich? And the devotee would say, if they say yes, finished. If they say yes, then finished. You're rich, what type of dhana do you have? What kind of wealth do you have? And if they say, no, I am not rich, I am poor, then Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj will say, Mukhe bole. Only through the tongue you're saying, it's not in the heart. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj went to UK in one house, and in the owner of the house, he asked, whose house is this? Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj asked the owner of the house, in the Grihastha program, whose house is this? Now, if he says it is my house, so he folded his palms and he said, Maharaj, it is not my house, it is Krishna's house. Then Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj said, then what are you doing here? So he didn't know what to do. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj said, out! Get out! And he was still sitting. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj said, Mukhe bole. Through the tongue you're saying it is not my house, but Sutamita Ramani Rachinta. Constantly thinking of Athagraha Kshetra Sutapta Vittai. This is sadhu. Thridena Chitva. Through the sword of their words, they can cut our material attachments. So, Nanaka Prashtam, Nachapara Naishtyam, Nasarva Bhavam, Narasadhipatyam. Vritrasura said, my Lord, I don't want heaven. I don't want to become Brahma. I don't want to rule this world. I don't want to go and become like Bali Maharaj in Sutal Lok. Na yoga siddhi. I don't want to be great. Na punarbhavam va. I don't want to get liberated even. The only thing I want. Na viraha. May I never be separated from your lotus feet. This is all that I want. Chauni patitvam athava ekam akinchanatvam. Nityam dadasi bahumanam athapamanam. Vaikuntha vasam athava narake nivasam. Ha vasudeva mamanasti gatistodanya. Shri Garbha Kaviraj Goswami, a very great Vaishnava Acharya, Rup Goswami has quoted him. He says, my Lord, you have two options. You always have two options. I have only one. What are the two options? Kshauni patitvam athva ekam akinchanatvam. You can make me a king or you can make me a beggar. Two options. Nityam dadasi bahumanam. You can make me very popular in this world, athava apamanam. Or you can make me completely criticized in this world. Vaikunthavasam. You can bring me back to your abode. Athava narake nivasam. Or you can send me down to naraka. You always have two options. But since I have surrendered to you, I have only one option. Wherever you keep me, I am ready. You have to think this or this. For me, it's very simple. Wherever you keep me, I am happy. Whatever you give me, I am happy. Whatever you take away, I am happy. Whatever you make out of me, I am happy. My Lord, ultimately, I just want one thing. Please keep me at your lotus feet. There is nothing else that I want. This is the aim of our life. To come to this point. Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. And to the extent one aspires for this, to that extent one is blissful and peaceful in this world. Chaitanya Charitamrita describes, Mora putra, mora sakha, mora pranapati, ei bhave jai more kare shuddha bhakti, apanak badamane amashamahin, ei bhave ami hoy tahara adhin. Krishna has said, those who have mamata for me, possessive affection for me, like Mother Yashoda, Mora putra. If you go and tell Mother Yashoda, do you know your son is God? She will say, he is not a joint account. Because God is God for everyone. आपके भगवान भी इनके भगवान सब एक ही है ना? सबका अधिकार है भगवान में. So if someone says, Krishna is God, Mother Yashoda would immediately cut the point by saying, don't make my Krishna a joint account. He is a personal account. Mora Putra. Mora Sakha. You go to the friends of Krishna and you say, do you know your friend is God? The friend will laugh. God? Wow, God. This is what they will wait and look at the other friends. What is that person's name? The char mukh wale aaye the. Brahma. This is what Brahmaji also came and said. That you are God. We were laughing at a distance. What kind of God steals from others' house? Eats dirt, eats with his left hand, speaks lies, cries, hides, feels hungry, feels thirsty, gets angry, starts jumping on others' back, cheats. When it is time for hide and seek, when he has to hide, he is very happy. But when time comes for others to hide and he has to find them, he runs home. So what kind of God is that? Mora Sakha. He's my friend. That I agree. So Mora Putra, Mora Sakha, Mora Pranapati. Like how Srimati Radharani has mood. Madhuri Rati. So Mora Putra, Mora Sakha, Mora Pranapati. Ei bhave, jai more kare shuddha bhakti. In this mood, those who have affection, Krishna is saying, and those who serve me with unadulterated devotion, no other intention. Apana ke bada mana, ama samaheen. Sometimes they consider themselves higher and me lower, like Mother Yashoda. She always considers Krishna to be lower and she's the mother. She will never pray to Krishna, you please protect me. She will tell Krishna, if I don't protect you, what will happen to you? You're not eating on time. This is why you're becoming very thin. Krishna, Srila Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Devotion, as Krishna was growing up, he became so plump that on both sides of his hips, he had 3 lines. 3 flaps of skin, folded, because of all the rasgullas and gulab jamuns. And Srila Prabhupada writes, those 3 lines are called Trivali. 3 lines. And Krishna would walk like this. And Mother Yashoda would still look at Krishna and say, you have become so thin. You are not eating properly. Apana ke bada mana ama samaheen. Ei bhave ami hoy tahar adhin. Krishna has said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when this is the mood of a devotee, selfless love, only thinking of Krishna's service, attachment to the service at the lotus feet of Krishna, expecting nothing in return. Krishna says, by this I am bound, by nothing else. What is the position of Mother Yashoda's love? Srila Prabhupada writes in Canto 10, Chapter 9, Text 3, purport, that anyone who wants to approach Krishna in Vatsalya Rati, the mood of parental love, they must pray and remember Mother Yashoda. Kshaumam vasa prithukati tate bhibrati sutra nadham putra sneha snuta kucha yuga jatakampam cha subruho rajvakarsha shrama bhuja chalat kankanam kundalecha svinnam vaktram kabara vigalan malati nirmamantha. Srila Shukadeva Goswami describes Mother Yashoda's love for Krishna. Chaumam vasaha prithukati tate bhibrati sutranadham. Describe that Mother Yashoda on the day of Diwali, the day when Damodar Leela took place. Chaumam vasaha. She dressed herself in saffron cloth, saffron colored sari, representing complete dedication. Chaumam vasaha prithukati tate bhibrati sutranadham. And it is described Mother Yashoda had a belt around her waist. Acharyas describe, unless you're practicing yourself, how can you bind somebody else? So Mother Yashoda first had belt around her own navel. जैसे हिंदी में कहते कमर कस के सेवा करना. So Mother Yashoda had a belt around her waist. And because Janma Sarthaka Kori, now she can do that for Krishna also. Kshaumam vasaha pritukatitate bibrati sutranadham putra sneha snuta kucha yugam jata kampam cha subruhu. Mother Yashoda is bringing so much milk and trying to make butter. Mother Yashoda was thinking, I am not making butter for Krishna. This is why he is going everywhere and eating. So I will make butter myself. And she's collecting milk from so many Padmagandha cows. Acharya is right. The milk in the body of Mother Yashoda from her heart started telling Mother Yashoda, why go outside when charity begins at home? Motherly love is like a waterfall, like a fountain coming from the heart of Mother Yashoda in the form of her breast milk. And that milk said, have you forgotten us? Now seeing this, that milk started boiling. So now both milk are boiling. One milk of the heart in the body of Mother Yashoda is thinking, you're going outside and getting the milk from the cows. What about us? Hamara to jeevan hi vifal. We are living only so that we can get into Krishna's mouth. And now to feed Krishna, you're going around and getting milk from other cows. What about us? Thinking like this, the milk from the heart started coming out. But seeing this, now that milk will go into Krishna's mouth. The milk on the stove started saying, Hum yahan jal jal ke tapasya kar rahe hain. हम जल जल के यहाँ तपस्या कर रहे हैं और फिर भी we cannot enter Krishna's mouth. हमारा तो जीवन ही धिक्कार है. Our life is wasted. Thinking like this, they were overboiling and jumping into fire. हम तो आत्महत्या करेंगे. So amidst all this, the acharyas say, Rajwakarsh Shrama Bhuja Chalat Kankanam Kundalecha. Mother Yashoda is pulling the ropes. Pulling the ropes. And she's doing kirtan. Yani yani ha gitani tadbala charitani cha dadhi nirmantane kale smaranti tanya gayata. She is making up Brajbhasha songs glorifying Krishna. Not Purusha Sukta, Sri Sukta from the Vedas. Mother Yashoda is making up songs. And she's calling out to Krishna, not literally calling out, but from her heart she is making up songs and she's singing with so much affection. Karmana manasa vacha. Mind is thinking of Krishna, the tongue is singing Krishna's glories, and the hands are performing seva. This is perfect. This is BMW. From body, from mind, and through words. Perfect BMW. She's offering her BMW in the service of Krishna. Everybody, Krishna has given all of us BMWs in this way. So we can use that. So as Mother Yashoda is churning, it is described, her bangles have become the kartal. And the movement of the rod has become the tal on the mridanga. So the movement of the rod has become the mridanga beat. And the kartals are being played by the bangles. So Mother Yashoda is singing and playing the kartal and also the mridanga, and Sundar Kirtan is going on. Very beautiful. And Krishna has said, Naham vasami vaikunthe. Yoginam hridayeshuva yatra gayanti mad bhaktaha tatra tisthami narada. I don't live in the hearts of the yogis, nor do I live in Vaikuntha, but where my pure devotees sing my glories, I give up my sleep and go there. So Yoga Nidra, Vishnu, Krishna is sleeping in the next bedroom. He gives up his Yoga Nidra. But there is a problem. He's scared of getting down the bed. The size, the height of the bed is so much, Krishna's legs are only so much. How to get down now? I want to go to Mother Yashoda, but the height is too much.